The most famous building in all of Texas. It's the Alamo, of course, here in San Antonio. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on
so my
2K
introduction
Sports.
to the NBA hasn't been
Along
stellar.
with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from shortly.
Not a starter on the
DA,
rotation
take it
player,
away.
of course.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's
Because of the
college
glitch,
days,
they'd be actually
playing
sent out a
ball
whole
at
team.
mid-major Lehigh University.
I'm gonna catch you like I was gonna
He
see how we do
said
from
we
this
had
point
solid
forward,
players,
okay?
but we also had guys who become doctors, lawyers, working on Wall Street. I liked it that way because I worked my way up. When you come from a small school, you appreciate it that much more. Kevin?
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, Murray out there with White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Gay in at the power forward. Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Attacking, putting his handprint all over.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Portland also making some changes. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Robert Covington subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum with the slam.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Duncan. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And of course, we know the history between Cobb and Junior. These two seem to have their fates intertwined. They're always going to be connected.
And Greg, now the two rookies are playing for the same side. They've been competitive for so long, so it's nice to see them join forces.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Mavericks.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Man showing some terrific range. 8 points for Duncan.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. McCollum against Duncan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to. How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got 9.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Cobb dishes to Duncan. Three-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Johnson against Lillard. Some solid defense from Johnson. And so it's San Antonio, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so grounded despite all of his individual success.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough place. Didn't get recruited in high school. I went to a small college, so I just come from something different than somebody that might have been 8th grade #1 prospect and getting recruited by every school in the country in the 9th grade.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
They've got Gorgie Dang. Duncan is out there with Cobb. Then it's Johnson, and it's Eubanks in at the 4. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Cobb. And the basket by Lillard.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Count that one. Jang's got his first points of the game.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
Lillard against Duncan. Down low. Johnson with the block. And he recovers it. The shot by Lillard wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Starting to heat up now. He nailed 1 from behind the arc in the first quarter, 2 here in the second.
Duncan with the bucket.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now the pass to Cannon. Outside, Jones. Pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Covington kicks to McCollum. A rebound by the Spurs. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Over in the corner, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Both teams will be fighting hard in all these games. They can't split this series.
Yusuf Nurkic,
So
he's checked in for Robert Covington. But on the bucket.
If Murray gets on his jumper, he can get a clean look from mid-range at any time.
Backseat to that first round bracket.
Walker against McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Shoots over Walker. No good there. It's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And Smitty, with Rudy Gay, the long-time NBA veteran, Father Time might have taken away what he once was, but, boy, he still finds ways to contribute.
He does, G.A. Rudy Gay isn't the same scorer that he once was. But what I love about it, he's actually playing the power forward position.
Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
Just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Junior way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Duncan's got 22. Portland trailing here. McCollum outside. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Tipped away. Powell with it, now guarded by Poeltl. Powell, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Duncan scanning the floor. From deep, it's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Here's McCollum. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. He has 29.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's Duncan. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And Lillard gets double teamed. The wide open look here for Anthony. San Antonio with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Passes it to Powell. McCollum up top, covered by Duncan. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Murray dishes to Duncan. To the paint. Nice shot by Poeltl. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
Really nice work. Hurdle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Lillard fires away from way outside. Comes up empty, 7 for 15 with that miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
The Spurs shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Eubanks is checked in, and it's Johnson in for Rudy Gay. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Anthony. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Portland with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. That shot off. And so it's San Antonio ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Interesting game mechanic, guys, is I'm going to have to keep outscoring Cobb if I want to stay on the Spurs and have a spot on this team, because they're not going to keep both of us. So keep that in mind in the development.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
So interesting aspect of the game is you can also gain endorsements. I've already got a Beats endorsement. This is going to be a Mobile One endorsement to see what they offer me. 1,075 virtual points is how I update my stats, and 1 incentive. I think we'll go ahead and take that. Performance-based incentives. I'm going to go with 15 for 3 3-pointers made in a game. So now I got a badge in the last game. So I'm going to increase this. I think we're going to play the very next game, then we'll call it college points. This game is going to be against the Lakers. We'll see how much playtime I get.
Is there anything about your appearance that they need to get right in the game?
For sure the smile, for sure.
Definitely the hair and the headband. That's kind of the way that my look's going now. So.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
So obviously this is Clippers, not the Lakers. My bad.
NBA dunk contest finalist, Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominic that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, man, happy to be here.
Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right, and it makes some sense optically. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, last season, Paul George had a homecoming. He said, as a kid, I pictured playing in L.A., my parents being able to watch me at Staples. I'm not playing for the Clippers. This is home. I'm playing for the home team. It doesn't get any better than that. And Kevin, his family is backing him up. They show up to every game here.
Wow, what a story. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
Interesting note, Kawhi Leonard, who's playing with the Clippers, was
Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason.
He's been a few seasons here.
Who do you think is the fastest player right now going into the
grumbling
with the ball right now is De'Aaron.
So this is going to be kind of a personal game.
Russell Westbrook is probably just
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power. Yeah. But in talk about, I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds.
Swap here for the Clippers. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Eubanks is checked in. Johnson comes in for Rudy Gay. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Duncan in for DeJounte Murray. Last season, the G League testing a single-shot free throw rule to speed things up. One shot that can be worth more than 1 point. Kenny, any thoughts?
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
Because I'm fouling you because you can't shoot. It's a lot of times. So I'm going to put you on the line, and you got to get 2 for 2. And I disagree. Because the game is stopped. There's no defense in front of you. You're at the free throw line. It's only 15 feet away. Come on, Shaq. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you can make a free throw.
No, but I think the other thing, philosophically, you really changed the game, right? Because what if you make one and miss one?
Yeah.
And you're up 2. Now it's 3. So now if you say I only got to make 1 to get 2, you completely changed the game.
Oh, but think about this even, Greg. End of the game. And you need to miss 1 and make 1. So instead of getting the 2 points, you actually want to only make 1 because you're down 3. And you want to miss the second on purpose to try to, man.
And I'm a progressive guy. Like, I do like to see how we can have the game evolve, but I do also want to make sure we keep the strategy in the game. Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's good for 2. Rondo's got his second bucket tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Buries the long-range jumper. Duncan's got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. And the Player of the Week winners being announced recently, and Junior Greg taking the honors for the first time in his career.
And it's no surprise as Junior was simply magnificent this week. Completely carried his team to victories, and he gets some well-deserved recognition. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And he sinks the second. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Rondo drives in, and DeRozan sends it back. And Duncan throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Floats one. Rondo's shot is off.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Nailed from three-point land.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Spurs leading by 9. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win, and there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices, and we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Second chance points. That helps an offense, Kenny. It's an easy way to get some scoring. Which players do the best job of keeping possessions alive for the chance to get the second chance?
Second chance points, I would say Drummond, Steven Adams, and Cantor. Those are guys who are great offensive rebounders, and they get it done.
Don't forget Montrezl Harrell is another guy that is doing a great job.
And that one's good. Duncan. Well, Greg, we know what kind of energy the junior plays with on the floor. That's led to energy company Mobile One reaching out for him to be a spokesman.
And it just feels like all the Fortune 100 companies are reaching out to Junior. This guy's destined for greatness, and the offers are just rolling in.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys, they're hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. No good from Cousins. Spurs leading by 10.
And the three-pointer, something that's exploded in importance the last half-decade. Kenny, do you feel you would have played differently if you came into the league today?
Without question. Because, Greg, I was probably, if you told me I could get 30 points or 20 assists, I would have said 30 points. I was that type of mentality. I liked scoring because scoring came easier to me. Finding people didn't come as easy. So I would have loved to play in this era where I don't have to think about getting you the ball as much. I would have loved that.
And honestly, the passing lane.
for the first half. A competitive
So
game so
back on the
far.
bench, Hawks came out,
Spurs
but
lead by
so far
one.
down scored top.
Just
Right
now
now we're
send it
down
over
1
to David
point.
Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. While you have grown so much offensively throughout your career, what's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after half.
With 21 points, I have 1 assist. He scored 4 out of 4 of my 3 points, guys. I got a C. Get higher grades in college, but this has NBA pros. We'll see how I do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
On the court for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay. Clippers. It's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. San Antonio also making some changes. Eubanks is checked in, and it's Duncan in for Derek White. That free throw good from Kennard. Spurs leading by 3. Duncan outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Shot on the wing. Eubanks grabs the miss.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Leonard against DeRozan. A 3. Leonard, no luck.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And Duncan gets it to go in.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Kennard. Morris trying to free himself up. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Kennard. Murray, the pass to Duncan. From the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
The pass to Morris. To the middle. Here's Kennard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Gay on the way. Here's DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, he's such a smart offensive player. DeMar DeRozan knows the best option there is the quick release on the catch and shoot.
Leonard against DeRozan. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Leonard. San Antonio's gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Duncan with the bucket.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Beverley, the pass to Kennard. He feeds it to Ibaka. It's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Zubac is checked in for Morris. And San Antonio also making a switch. Cobb's checked in for Duncan.
All right, guys, so Cobb is in here.
30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Remember, I got to maintain that I continue to outscore him. So we'll see
Here's
what
Beverly.
happens.
6 on the shot clock. So it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Oldham, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
So, check the stats just to see before we conclude. See how I'm doing so far for the season. So, let's see. Last game, 32 points. No rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Not bad. Field goal percentage was 92.3. I shot all of my threes. Only one of my free throws, so got a C. For the season, I'm averaging 35.5 points per game, 1.5 assists per game. Not bad. That's 140-point game so far this year, and I actually got Player of the Week. Not bad. Here's a toe too. I'm gonna go with the overall rating is only 67. Pops is 81. Look at my minutes. Getting 15 minutes a game. I consider hot though. That's good. Let's see what we can find. Oh, Cobb is on injury. That's not good. He's a starter. Hendricks Cobb, however, is getting 24 minutes, and he's considered hot as well. So let's look at the league leaders. Points per game, I'm a league leader, 35.5. not even a starter. So I'm doing pretty good, guys. All right. So until next time, this is OJ saying, see you on the flip side.